Morning, guys. This morning I wanted to come in and do it's kind of an update, but not really. I guess it's more of a clarification on a video that I did a couple days ago that seemed to make a few of the guys mad or upset, and I knew it was going to do that anyway. Because it's very hard in America for us to take any kind of critical, any kind of criticism at all, whether it's good, whether it's bad. People are going to, here in America, they're going to perceive bad. It's just kind of the way that it is. You really can't do anything about that. We live in a society where people are very, very sensitive, very sensitive. I'm beginning to see just how sensitive the black man is. He's way more sensitive than I imagined. But either way, the video was made. It was called "Why is the Black Man Left his community?" And I got a lot of feedback from men who were saying things like, "That's not all black men," and I was being general. I got called bitter and angry. And it was also I guess it seemed to offend. I was told that I was talking about the real low caliber black men. Okay, and I can give you all that, except for the bitter, angry part. That part's not true. I wasn't bashing, not bitter and angry, but I can say, granted, it may be low caliber, very low caliber black men. I will give that. And never once did I generalize and say all black men. I think that's a stretch. I think that's kind of silly for anyone to think that someone would do a video and put everybody in it. That's a little retarded. So anyway, I got feedback. I think most of the feedback was basically pretty respectable, and we were able pretty much to sort of work out our differences on it. But I want to clarify now, one of the reasons that I did the video, and I'm going to put a link down there, and just show one example of what I'm talking about when I say, or when I ask, why is the black man left the community? And this video I believe, was taking place in Philadelphia. Shows a black man basically laying on top of a woman, beating her unmercifully. We don't know, which I'm pretty sure this is going to be the logic. You don't know what she did. I already know I'm going to hear that. I can't fathom the logic behind that for a man to have any reason to justify beating a woman like that. Even if she did something to him personally, even if she did something to his children or something, they're still the police. I have to say, I don't trust the police. I will not call the police unless there was a dire situation. And I think that should be true for every black American at this point right now in America. But let me say, though, I don't know what she did. I don't know. But I do think that a lot of those people standing around, which I saw mostly men, felt like she deserved it. I think that basically they just did not care. I think they basically just don't care. I think you have a lot of black men who hate the black woman. And I believe this is a result, and not only a result, I think this is why, it's the only reason why you can have black men. I saw a white man out there videotaping. We can't expect him to care. I saw, what looked like to be a Hispanic man laughing. So it's like you had everybody out there watching and witnessing this. Plenty of black men who were just watching, and it's just like, I mean, I'm thinking so many things in my mind. What if he killed her? I mean, what if? I mean, it behooves me. It behooves me how nobody came to her rescue. And not only does it behooves me, it scares the heck out of me, because I, as a black woman, have to wonder if I were in that situation. I have to almost imagine that nobody would help me, because this is what I see. I mean, the black woman is hated here in America. She is absolutely hated, and she's hated by the black man. Not all, okay? Before you start telling me I'm generalizing, not all, okay? But a huge, way more than there needs to be. And as I said, I just can't imagine and fathom what would what goes on inside of a person who can look at and watch that type of violence and hatred, and just watch him do her like that and laugh. I mean, we I don't know if it's video game violence. I don't know if it's TV violence. I don't know if it's, I don't know, because as a woman, I would have tried to go over there and do something. I would have tried to do. I would call 911, anything. I mean, use your phone beside more than videotaping this. And this is what I say. This is what I said in the last video. But you know, like I say, I get that I'm reaching, is what I'm getting. But this is the community that I'm talking about, the black community. I'm not talking about the community where there's a president in the White House. I'm not talking about the community where there are doctors and lawyers and black people building businesses and all this kind of stuff. I understand that that happens. I understand that that's happening probably in the inner city. But my point is, I'm talking about the black community that most of us live in every day. This is the kind of stuff that's going on. People are getting shot, killed, beat, raped. Children are going missing, and the black man is totally nowhere to be found. And if he is right there, he is doing nothing. This is the clarification I want to make on why the black man, why I say the black man has left this community, because mentally he is completely detached. He has no love. He has no let's build, let's do, let's gather, let's watch our community, let's watch the little children. You know, right here, I'm from Texas, and I just read a story on my local news, the news, where an 11-year-old little boy had just gotten stabbed on his way from school. So just some man came up and just stabbed him until he died. And this is what I mean when I say the black man is detached. I understand this wasn't, in this particular case, it wasn't a black kid. It was actually a little Hispanic boy. But a lot of times here in America, blacks and Hispanics live together. And so what gets me is, I think to myself, if there were men out watching, if there were men and women, but if there were men, a presence of men, 3 or 4 or 5, however many that you can gather to stand and watch the children, watch the women, watch the people, the elderly and people coming, getting off of buses and things like that, to just show your presence and say that you care. You don't have to touch the children. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to try to get the woman phone up. You don't have to do none of that. Just your presence being there. And maybe the neighborhood knowing that there's some people, there's some guys out here looking and watching. Even early in the morning, you have children getting up, going to bus stops, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes even. You don't have to get out there and scare the children, but if you were somewhere around looking, notice, I mean, and a way to do it is to let yourself be known. Knock on some doors, form some type of community meeting or something like that. And the men that are going to do this are going to, who's interested in doing this, introduce yourself to the community. I'm so and so, so and so. My background is this. This is what concerns me in our neighborhood, and I think it's a good idea that we kind of get together and start looking and watching. I will be out there. You can look for me. I mean, so that you don't scare somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I think this needs to go on in all communities around in our hoods and around America. It needs to go on. I mean, and like I said before, also, you have so much police who just do horrible things in our community, and no one holds them accountable. No one is looking, no one is watching, no one is standing up. I mean, just to be a presence, that's all. Women right now are in such a situation right now that me as a woman, people are trying to come down on you because you're saying something about the transgenders in the bathrooms. Okay. I'm hearing that it's discrimination. First of all, I don't see how, because there's bathrooms for male and female since the inception of this country. So you can only have one or other of the sexual organ, which means whatever one that you have, that should be the restroom or the bathroom that you are assigned to. I see no discrimination in that because you can't go to the other one. I see none in that. I think this is a lot of media propaganda. I think this is a new push for whatever this new agenda that they're trying to bring about. I see a whole lot of fighting, animosity, and whatever else they're trying to push between heterosexuals, gays, and trans people. And it's working. But at the same time, I'm seeing where women are being put in danger because you're having men now who all they have to do is say, oh, well, yeah, I might look like a man, but I'm really a woman. That's all they really truly have to say. Because how do you know? I mean, are we going to start making people pull down their pants? But these are actually men who have begun to start, and this is not new. They have been doing this, putting cameras in and all that kind of stuff. But these are men who are now feeling justified and feeling, just because they want to be perverts, and just because they are perverts, and just because now the government has given them the right to now freely go into women's locker rooms, women's showers, women's bathrooms, with little girls, women, and the elderly. And to do whatever they're going to do, which, as I said, is putting women in danger. I don't care if you are trans sensitive. I don't care if you are trans sympathizer, if you're gay sympathizer. It doesn't matter, because the bottom line is you have men who are now freely feeling that they can go and attack, rape, hurt, kill, whatever, women. A little girl, they say on the news, a little 8-year-old girl went into a bathroom and was choked out by a man. He took her into a stall, probably going to rape her. And so now, as everyone has been saying, you now just have men lurking around in bathrooms now. So I say this: women, protect yourselves. And I'm talking to my sisters especially. Other women have the protection that they need. I'm talking about Black women who usually their first instinct is to call the cops. The police is my protection. No, they're not. The police are not your protection. Obviously, the Black man in the community is not your protection. You're going to have to protect yourself. I don't care who that makes angry. You're going to have to protect yourself. You're going to have to get yourself some form of protection, whatever that means to you. Taking classes, karate, I mean, whatever it is, some type of form of object that's going to incapacitate. Whatever that means to you, you need to get it. You need to get it for your daughters. Children need to now be walked everywhere. Children need to be escorted into bathrooms. We don't need to just let children and toddlers go into bathrooms and say, Mommy's waiting outside the door, Daddy's waiting outside the door. No, no. We need more protection over our children because there are straight predators out here right now in this time who are waiting to hurt our children. Like I say, not even in a bathroom. You have an 11-year-old little boy getting just stabbed on the street. Now, if he had a parent, if he had someone with him, if he had some people in the neighborhood watching, looking, maybe it wouldn't have happened, or maybe he wouldn't have stabbed him until he died, or maybe someone could have got the knife from him, or maybe just anything could have happened that could have saved this child's life if there was some adults around. We have gotten way too carefree. We almost basically let our children pretty much raise themselves. And I understand parents work. I understand, people have jobs and things like that. But in this economy right now, when really you have a whole lot of people who are unemployed, I think somebody, the auntie, the grandma, somebody who's not working can begin to watch the children, can begin to watch the women, watch the elderly. We need more community involvement, is what I'm trying to say. Nobody's trying to sit around and bash black men. I don't even really have time to do that. The white people have been doing that for 500-600 years and doing a great job of it. I don't need to add my whatever to the pot. What I'm here to say is that the black man in the community needs to become more involved. We need to get back to knowing our neighbors. We need to get back to having community gatherings, get-togethers, so that we can begin to know each other. Know who's in the community. That's a lot of times that's an issue because we don't even know who's in our community. We don't know our neighbors. We don't know if that man doesn't supposed to be over there at that house down the street. We don't know because we don't know our neighbors. But when the woman comes home and he's lurking around to grab her, rape her, and rob her, somebody will be aware because they saw that man over there and they don't know who he is, and they can give a description. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. What we need to get back to in our communities. Women, like I said, you need to protect yourself. Get some form of protection on your person and carry it in all the time. Stop being carefree. Look around, look at your surroundings, and even before you get up and go out. Because the predators are just, it's nothing new, but it's just like, it just seems like right here in this time, things have just completely escalated on a huge level. And we need to look out for each other. Those who care about one another need to look out for each other. So that is my clarification to the video I made about why the black man is taking himself out of the community. It's not about male bashing. It's about just the fact that the black man needs to become more of a, don't want to say pillar, but more of a presence, more of a protection, more of a positive influence in his community. Because nobody else is going to protect the black community. Everybody else comes to exploit and to hurt and to take whatever they can and to destroy the black community. And it's only going to be us that's going to be able to, or that is going to stand up and do something about it and protect ourselves. So that's my video for today. I wanted to say that. I wanted to clarify those things. Have a great day. Have a great week. Hope you think about what I said. Hope you can get together with some people and begin to organize and look into doing what I said. It does not need to be on social media. Get a landline back in your home. Get a landline phone back in your home, because we need to go back to doing things via landline and via knocking on people's doors and having meetings, going into garages, going into parks, going into whatever kind of place is going to keep your business off of social media. We are way too caught up in putting everything that we say, do, feel, think, and whatever on social media, and that's how it gets sidetracked by those who hate us, because we tell everything that we know. Have a great day. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, you have a great day.